Hi everyone, good morning. This is Evelyn. This is a twin flame read for both the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Sending you all lots of love and blessings. Hope you're having an amazing day. Clear all positive energy flow, any blocks to positive energy flow. From all chakra layers, auric layers, grounding and galactic cords, for everyone across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities, for the highest good of all is concerned. And fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mother, Father, Christa, Sophia, Source, God, Creator, please armor us all with your love. All right, today is the 15th. This reading is from yesterday. I'm coming into this energy, and I have a bunch of signs yet to do, so I'm going to try to get as many of them done today as possible for those of you who are waiting. So I'm going to get right into this one and then get into those right after this reading. This was done on the 14th. 14 is the Temperance card of patience and balance, and the day added up yesterday to 2911, which is being very present in the moment and patient, all right? So that was a very patient energy, although I was very tired yesterday. I didn't have a lot of energy yesterday. Actually, yes, I was doing some energy work yesterday morning and trying to solve something, and there was definitely some difficult energy to deal with, which may have been why I was a little bit depleted yesterday. But today is the 15th of the devil energy, the shadow energy, and it adds up to the 30, which is the 4 of the home and union energy. And then tomorrow, so we have the 15th and then the 16th tomorrow, which is the tower energy, right? So it's not till the 17th till we get that star, super positive energy again. So maybe some clearing going on again today and tomorrow. I got some great sun pictures outside though. So although it was a lot colder, it felt like winter all of a sudden yesterday after a lot of sunny days. So definitely processing through that more shadowy energy. So this was cut and dealt, this read in front of you. It's a 7-deck read for those of you not familiar with this read. There's a lot of energy. It takes me a lot of time to do this. The SIRIAN STARSEED is the main deck for the read. We have the Rider-Waite Mini as clarifiers, the Romance Angels, the Tarot Sexual Magic, the Numerology deck, the Gilded Tarot, as well as the Universal Golden Tarot. And I usually pull an energy deck card or another oracle card for this read. I cut the SIRIAN Starseed deck at 11:01 to 02, right when the time switched there. It was the Magician and the High Priestess. At 11:13, which is 13 is the transition, the death card, the endings, transformation. Tails was coming up, T-A-L-S. But I was definitely getting the heads or tails, but now I'm getting talisman. So whatever comes up for you around that. At 11:15, 15 being the devil energy and justice, the Hermit shedding light, but I wrote like for some reason. There's always a reason there. So I was writing the Hermit shedding light on another hermit without the light, but instead it wrote the Hermit shedding like of another hermit without light, being guided by the devil, to being guided to the calmer waters energy. The devil is between them, and that's coming up as a feminine energy or feminine hostage of the devil being used by the devil. So I finished clarifying this read at 11:28. 11 justice, 28 is the Two of Wands, the twin flames energy. The major arcana that came up were reason, which is the Emperor, reflection, which is the Hermit, the shadow, which is the devil, And before the read, because I always pull a few cards on either end of the read and incorporate them into the read. Before the read was Starseed, which is the Fool, and after the read, Luna, which is the Moon. There were 3 swords, 2 wands, and 3 pentacles. And the court cards, there were no cups in this read, by the way. The court cards was the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. And that was it in the main part of the read. Before the read, the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles came up, so a father and child, or a message. And then after the read, the Page of Wands came up. So swords characters in the read, pentacles before the read, and then the Page of Wands after the read, which can just represent inspiration, perhaps someone wanting to ask someone out on a date, but just that young, inspired energy. The numbers in the code line were all about moderation. We had double 8s for the twins, both dancing within their masculine and feminine, side by side. We have the 10-10, that very high vibration, keeping your energy high. And then the 66 of the Queen of Pentacles, that very stable energy and grounded energy. And 12 of the Hangman, 78 of the 10 of Pentacles, 27 of the Ace of Wands, which by the way was the middle card in this read. We had the Ace of Wands challenged by the Emperor. The Ace of Wands was reversed. And then the Hermit and the Emperor were big in this read today. And the Empress there too. And you see behind the love sign today, we have the Lovers, the Empress who was reversed, and then the King and Queen of Wands who were upright today. And off to the side by Buddha over there, we have the Six of Swords, which was reversed today, the Devil, which was reversed, and the Hermit, all reversed over there. But you can see them upright by Buddha. And that has to do with, being very much stuck in your head energies, heady energies, not finding peace or no peaceful place to go, dealing with detoxing and over-isolation, or just going crazy, and the need to come out of that, or perhaps dealing with a parent who is having mental issues. Okay, so the code line all about, so the numbers that were in a lesser sense that I didn't bring up so far, we had the 27 of the Ace of Wands, the 810, which is 81 with 0 behind it, source energy, backing up the end of karma around the world. 68, which is the Page of Pentacles. 26 is the Page of Wands, which both came up as court cards in the read today. 67 of the Knight of Pentacles as well. So regarding moderation, the challenge was the Emperor, or the reasoning behind things, the logical mind. And then the block here for the twins was the 10 of Pentacles, which was upright here. And that has to do with perhaps feeling not worthy of that dream life, or perhaps having an issue with wealthy people, or just other big institutions, businesses, communities controlling you because of their wealth. So there's a lot of energy around that coming up. Moderation for again, when you think of 10 of Crystals or 10 of Pentacles, you don't think of moderation because that's that dream family, the wealth. So it's about the people having wealth because of their moderation, right? So seeing those, for example, a billionaire who is very doesn't act like a billionaire. He acts like someone who's, he just does what he loves and doesn't have a whole lot of stuff. And the reason why he became wealthy, because he was authentic to himself doing what he loves. So that's the energy of this code line here. The M energy and the key of the 7 and the T came up here in the code line. Also, the initials MTC, or an acronym. The key, also Passover was coming up in this header today, in the Seder, or the first 2 nights of Passover, or the first night, the nth degree. The reason of the Emperor, right? The logical mind. A lot of Judaism is based on education and the logical mind. The masculine here, the 10 of Pentacles of the wealthy, stable family. Also the stubborn energy, or the foe, and that can be within yourself, the ox, the stubborn ox. maybe needing that energy as the shadow to balance out that 10 of Pentacles energy in moderation. So the Seder, which is one of 54 parts of the Torah, also means to sit. It's Lebanon cedar, the cedar tree. It means order. It means sed, which means custom or habit. It means 100, to be, to exist. Thirst, gray or gray-haired, butt or sitting position. It's also an auto-edit program and the fishing line that attaches to the hook of the fishing line. So the connection that I was doing my read, like to whatever's left hanging in limbo, it's reminding me of that. Before I forget too, and going to the bathroom again too, and also abortion issues were coming up. Before I forget to bring up the pole shifts, something yesterday or the day before came up in a read regarding coal miners, shifts underground. And when I read pole shifts today, it was definitely coming up regarding the pole shifts, the underground shifts of the miners. And the earthquakes. There's a lot of earthquakes happening, and they were showing me, you know how if the string comes out of your sweatshirt hoodie, and the way to get the string back in, the only way sometimes is to do it just a tiny bit at a time. You have to push the string through and just pull the material, then push, then pull, but lots of little shifts. That's what I was getting, like the domino effect of the earthquakes, that there would be like a domino effect of earthquakes, but significant but not significant enough to cause major trauma, but allow the shift to happen, like rethreading that string through the hood. You can actually accomplish getting that string all the way through the hood, but without, ripping the sweatshirt apart first, just doing a little pinch at a time. And that's how I was being shown the shift is happening. So just wanted to put that out there. And then we have, so going back to Passover and the Seder and, going to the bathroom again. Remember that when you go to the bathroom, whether it's peeing, pooping, everybody does it. It's not a big deal to say poop or pee. Everyone has to do that. It's a part of transmutation of the physical body. It's very important, and to recognize that. So again, like I said, abortion issues, or perhaps an abortion, is coming up here. And it's coming up around where I wrote auto edit, right? So it's like an auto, coming up as just another auto edit of your life. Perhaps in someone's mind or some people's mind. It's not whether my perspective one way or the other. It's just what came up here in the message. And the fishing line connection to the hook, right? Without the fishing line, the hook can't do anything, right? It needs the connection. You need to work together in order to make things happen. So, a couple of things came up from MTC, Marthoma Church, which happened to be in Philadelphia. Lighted to lighten was quoted there. Also, Mother Teresa Regional Catholic Church came up, Marian Technical College in Ohio, and MTC Medical at Otero County Prison Facility, and Midlands College, Manatee Tech College. And Manatee just came up the other day, which may have been why it came up in my feeder. But, and then MTC Management and Training Company, again, working together with others to make things happen. It was bringing up a lot of cross-type energies, like the medical company working at the prison facility to help people there. The Manatee Technical College Management Training and Company has to do with, meeting and working with others to make things happen. Some other stuff that came up online, or rather from the code line, was Mary energy very much. So something about Mary came up yesterday, as well as the Green Mile was coming up again, especially in the work I was doing yesterday morning. The key in sea dirt. So notice sea dirt or dearth, which it has to do with shortage or famine. Sea dirt would be the sea exposed because there's no water, which references the polar shifts, right? Displacement of oceans. So Mary is coming up as key to the sea dirt, or the bottom of the sea being exposed. And then the H and the ace, which is also 8 and 1, which is 81, the end of karma, acing that lap dance, right? The two chairs stacked on top of each other, and ending karma, with logic or reasoning, the Emperor energy, and the family wealth. The 10 Commandments was also coming up here, and being worthy in moderation. The Mounties were coming up. Mount Sea Resort Cavite came up. That's Manila in the Philippines. Rosario in the Philippines. Mount Cedar Sinai came up. Mount Cedera, Oregon came up, which is north of Portland and right at the Hood River, which is interesting. My parents used to live in Bend, Oregon, so I'm familiar with the Hood and the Hood, right? So maybe a reference to that, being the Hood of that area. And then the Mounties coming up, also MT, which references the word empty. So here's that empty ocean again, the ocean floor. The Mounties seeing the aid or the addy perhaps, the vein, the plow, the good fit. The matchmakers coming up here again with Passover, the matchmaker. You might be at Thanksgiving. There may be some families there trying to match you up with someone, or at Passover. To the nth degree, acing the reasoning behind this, the logical man, the 10 of Pentacles, creating with humans, right? You can't create without another unless you're creating, you're still creating with your higher self. There's always that connection of creation with the human experience. One reason of 10, perhaps for crystal work or the crystalline body. Matching to fit together, to accept, to suit the vein, and plowing. So someone might be getting snow coming soon. Another header came up, growth and properties of single crystals of non-centrosymmetric Na3, so sodium 3, VO2, B6O11. So that molecule was coming up in this article. Chem groups at northwestern.com. Again, growth and properties of single crystals of non-centrosymmetric, and then the molecule I stated, Na3VO2B6O11. Material has second harmonic generation properties, especially in the blue region, were some of the words that came out of the summary of that article. And then also Tesla crystals were coming up, being that crystals are all beings as well as us with consciousness. And also, I think a reminder to wash your crystals, to treat them, with respect, to wash them off, was coming up yesterday as well, like making a ball, which is to wash your crystals, right? To cup them in your hand and wash water over them. Okay. So Mary, I just wrote Mary or me on my next processing of the header, and I was just getting marry me. So that's coming up for someone. Marry or me, and the key and number 7, Passover, okay, which is interesting. 7's coming up, right? And the 8th day a week just came up with the Beatles when Linda McCartney came up. Passover 1 to 2, or the first 2 nights or the first night to the nth degree. The one reason, the 10 crystals or dream family, business or community, create with human in moderation. This also has to do with human creation and the orgasm of sex and birth. All of that and energy is coming up regarding this. The Seder. So I'm getting not only the Seder as in Passover, but other definitions of Seder. There's Sophia's match coming up here. And Seder literally means to sit, to be, to thirst. It's in the order, the cedar tree. It also means surrender, retire, vanish, fall, become, or yield, or filter. To sit, to be, to thirst for order, or in other words, surrender. The Seder. Cedar, and that's ADIR with S was Sophia's match. That's the energy that was coming up there. And then the word cedar, like the cedar tree, is to give up, yield, to squeeze, squash, filter, or strain. It also means to go, to move, a result, to turn out. withdraw, departure, retire, pass away, disappear, vanish, concede, surrender, fall, come, and become. And they all come up under satyr energy. So empty sea dirt. Again, that empty ocean, the ocean's displacement. And perhaps the crystals crying out for water. To the nth degree, one reason for family wealth, family business, community, or legacy, to go, to wash, to be the ox. You know, sometimes you need to be stubborn, to be moderate, to hold back. The empty surrender, or Sophia's met her match to the nth degree. One reason for family wealth worthiness, or acing the emperor, family, business, community, or legacy. The V of creation and the O of the human embodiment of source energy, or that energy of the sexual energy of coming together and creating the orgasm and connecting with source. The emperor's fantasy, in moderation, again, was coming up. So we start here with the Knight of Swords upright in the underlying energy. I got like a little tickle or a feather in my throat. So here is the underlying energy with the mini cards on top, and then 4 cards down we have the King of Pentacles reversed, then the 10 of Cups reversed, the Starseed reversed, and the Page of Pentacles reversed. The Messenger of Truth, after the King of Pentacles, perhaps ungrounded, or dealing with a financial loss, or perhaps someone who's greedy, or ending a 10 of Cups family or emotional end to unhappiness, or an end to a cycle with foolish behavior, or a fall from grace, lacking faith, neediness, or a child in need of help, money, or opportunity. There could be a father and child here, both reversed, the King of Pentacles reversed and the Page of Pentacles reversed, with the 5D message or announcement or judgment that came through, a wake-up call. This is actually the Knight of Swords, that 5D message energy, as opposed to the Judgment card. There's no option but to rise above or awaken, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, performing or juggling for bliss and sharing with others in awakening process, or settling out with family. 10 of Pentacles upright, perhaps the old man who has a family, business, or community, with the Page of Pentacles reversed, unable to get something off the ground, or a child reversed in need of help, money, or opportunity, but perhaps at the same time happy with self. There could be an inheritance involved here also, or getting their wish with the Queen of Cups reversed, sharing, being charitable, or settling out with sovereign, that 9 of Pentacles upright, but withholding money in order to save, or for the daily grind, perhaps for juggling or performing, or for entertaining others, making announcements and being practical. Just rolling, I'm again rolling down the river, rolling along to seesaw with crocodile smiles, because the seesaw is not quite balanced. It's not totally off, but it's a little bit one-sided here. Or giving one person more than the other, and this can do with children and not being seen as fair by somebody else. But you know, you have to treat each person as they are, because each person's authentic to themselves. So it's not about treating them perfectly equal. Sometimes one gets more than the other, but it all balances out in the end. So there is a message there coming up. Or one giving more than the other, but all seems well, erring just to the side of light, balancing and careful of missteps, being moderate, practical, yet doing what you love. The Queen of Cups reversed may be sad or insecure, or perhaps a bit manipulative, getting away with something, or feeling cheated with the 10 of Pentacles family, business, or community, or dream family that has a manipulative energy around it. Or the bridge seems to be lined with gold, but only manipulators and thieves circling like vultures at 137, which is the Magician and the King of Cups. Or perhaps the field she's in, there's a lot of untrustworthy characters out for fame and fortune. So again, you know, a lot of wealth always draws in that negative energy. But if you pull back and just be a little bit more moderate, the energy may be a little bit more clean for you. It is safe to love comes up for the twins, and beneath that was chemistry, and this was all 138, which is the Magician and the Queen of Cups. So, the Queen of Cups can be over emotional, and really manipulative, but I'm not getting that strong energy here. I'm getting more of just that, disappointed energy, sad, maybe feeling, like if you feel like your family didn't treat you fairly, especially financially, could be a child acting like that as well. Or maybe a mother distressed because their children don't think that she's being fair with them when she is, because they're each different and they have to be treated differently. So perhaps the dogs are kissing up to the old man or the patriarch of the family and getting away with it. So the dogs can literally be animals. Maybe someone likes their animals better than their kids, or the dogs can represent, the people who are always trying to get away with something, playing other people. The worst is over with bliss setting in, standing up the high ground, fending others off. As the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, community, or legacy, in strong rejection, vulnerable, or with a spoiled child, keeping their nose to the grindstone, pulling on fangs, mirroring vulnerabilities and or manipulative children for who's gonna win, right? Because that's always the energy of kids, right? Who's gonna get the most out of mom and dad, right? Who's gonna get their attention as well. But it shouldn't be about this competitive energy, because we need to all recognize that each person is authentic to themselves, and each person may require a little bit different energy than the other. So someone may be strong and bossy with big palms and feet, perhaps their butt up and or dealing with animals, and then another energy of gentle toes and fruit and their butt down, or tackled by day, seduced by night, or on vacation with an ungrateful child and or a rival. So that can represent something coming in as an arrival, but also a rival. Competition. Perseverance comes up here, number 4, which is the Emperor, and synchronicity is 87, which is the reflection of 78, which is that wealthy family, the Ten of Pentacles. So what is the reflection of that? Right? Because we're talking about polarities and polar shifts. Ten of Pentacles is a polarity. It is the most extreme wealth in the Tarot. Can't be any richer than that in the Tarot. So if you pull in that polarity, you're also going to pull in the opposite polarity, which is extreme poverty and or lying, cheating, stealing energy. Frustrated, unable to conceive or conceptualize or be aroused or be creatively blocked, the Fool is free in a 5D connection, or resting, taking a break, meditating, or praying with insecure or manipulative Queen of Pentacles reversed without the tools, or perhaps lost their tools, or the Queen of Pentacles reversed with Virgo or Gemini in chart, but not in their sun sign. Lovers under the radar with the Emperor upright, or making love with the Dolphins, and nefarious dark shadow energies over him. It's like a masculine energy dreaming about a lover, or being in the ocean with the dolphins with their lover. And this also can be having dreams or psychic experiences about past lives with your twin, and then the nefarious or dark energies hovering above him and him feeling that. Or the Emperor thinking about lovers and feeling a failure or in need of attention. Lots of Aries upright, and there's double Aries upright and then Gemini upright and reversed, all in this small little cluster here. So a lot of Aries and Gemini energy here. Perhaps Virgo reversed too. Both the Queen of Cups reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed twice in the underlying energies. So both of those queens came up twice in the underlying energies alone. So a lot of the underlying energies has to do with this Queen of Cups reversed and Queen of Pentacles reversed, which can be two kids vying for their parents' attention, and they're adults, obviously. Or they can be any two queens in your life, whether they're at work, friends, family, however that relates for you. The Queen of Cups reversed around a wealthy family, business, or community. That Ten of Pentacles energy. But the Queen of Pentacles reversed is around the Ten of Cups energy, showing you the reflection of that, right? So the Queen of Cups is someone too focused on the emotional, but the heart is heart-based. Even though she's focused too much on it, she's over-emotional, she's in a very good financial standing because she's focusing on her heart. Whereas the Queen of Pentacles reversed, focusing on the money and the superficial life, is with the Ten of Cups reversed energy, which is a lack of emotional fulfillment. And then the Emperor's upright, along with the King of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles reversed. So the Emperor, who's in control of others, caring for others, and then here's the King of Pentacles reversed and Page of Pentacles reversed. It could be the Emperor's children, right? Because they're a wealthy family, but not being grateful, or perhaps abusing their father's kindness or his wealth. And this could be at work as well. But there is a father-type child energy here. But the Page of Pentacles can also reference the actual King of Pentacles' need of help. Or maybe he's an opportunist because he's the King of Pentacles reversed. That's not a positive energy. But both queens here, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, are connected to the Page of Pentacles reversed, whether that's that neediness or a child. And the Ten of Pentacles connected to the Page of Cups reversed, which is, a child who's spoiled and entitled. But it's also going to be the vulnerability to the vultures, okay? The focus on sad emotions with plenty of wealth, and then the focus on power and then emotionally unfulfilled. The Emperor announces or sends word, or the 5D message of juggling, performing, with insecure or manipulative or spoiled entitled child, or Emperor with 2, the Knight of Swords upright and the Page of Cups reversed, one with a message of truth and the other one either whiny and shy or complaining or, spoiled. So shy and insecure, and the Emperor persevering, but perhaps the Emperor is frustrated with this child because they can't relate to their perspective. The recent past is the Eight of Wands reversed in a heated exchange, perhaps someone not telling their true feelings, or delays with communication and travel, receiving big love from the Page of Wands, inspired by working hard or working out, or slave labor with the Page of Swords, taking a swing, spreading the word, or up to bat, or up to the plate, and a burden between them, the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords may be arguing with fallen angel or impatient Page of Cups reversed, right? The spoiled entitled one. The wounded warrior playing the victim card or the victim mentality, always feeling left out. Or the baby who's too young to play and their older siblings are making them feel that way. Perhaps this is the goalkeeper, right? They say, you're too young to play, so you go ahead and keep score for us at 210. So that third party or third child always feels left out. So is that really their fault when they're a child and they're not old enough to take responsibility for their emotions, right? So at 210, which is the High Priestess and the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune, a turn for the better, or the wounded warrior is choosing a new path to start over in love and no longer play this child's game of letting others make them feel left out. At 211, which is the High Priestess and Justice, High Priestess is all about psychic abilities and secrets and just intuitive awareness. The Page of Cups reverse may be frustrated and refusing to put out to the Page of Wands, offering love to the past. Perhaps the Page of Swords has been interfering or changing or blocking messages, or the Page of Cups reversed is no longer patient, no longer aroused, or no longer thinks it's funny anymore, or just refusing to put out, as the Page of Wands upright and the Page of Swords upright work hard at inspiration and communication together, but the Page of Swords may be mean to the Page of Cups reversed, or vice versa, and playing the victim card, or odd man out. The foundation here is reflection reversed, the Hermit reversed, coming out after reunion, destined, though uncomfortable in energies, getting over loss, regret, and the past, with the Emperor reversed with a big ego, or in an awakening process and stepping down perhaps, or retiring. So again, this read is very much about the energies of the Emperor reversed and the Hermit reversed, right? One in ego death and the other one losing their mind. And that can represent too parents, multiple parents having illness issues of getting old. Virgo reversed, Libra upright, Aries reversed, Capricorn reversed here, or all of them, all of the divine masculine are coming up. The Emperor reversed, Hermit reversed, and the Emperor's done reflecting, perhaps stepping down from power. The central energy at the heart of the matter is the Ace of Wands, and this is the Ace of Flames in this deck, so it's very much igniting the flame, but here it's reversed. frustration, no humor, an inability to conceive or be aroused or be creative, so creative blocks, and the wounded warrior holding on to his banky, like Linus. The Empress reversed may be pleased with herself, offering the truth, perhaps in a call or announcement, to the King of Wands upright, or Taurus reversed, or Aquarius upright at home, or texting him to pick up or answer his phone. The Empress is reversed, remember. So she may be being over controlling and bossy, or just a really mean person, or this is someone who's ill and trying to get the King of Wands to pick up because he's not answering his phone and maybe she needs help. Or a son won't let go of her apron strings and mother's blaming the father, or mother is still bossing everyone around, and or father is an absentee father and so she calls her son for everything. And perhaps her daughter can't even get her attention because she's always so focused on the masculine son, for attention. Or the baby no longer getting all the loving and they're mad about it. So the baby of the family. Or before the election, the emperor was upright, but now reversed, or two different emperors here butting heads or vying for power, which of course then brings up the election. Frustration all around, with the challenge being the emperor reversed, or reasoning reversed, so no reason, no logic, or Aries reversed, or without reason in uncomfortable energies, refusing to walk away from justice, divorce, or Libra, or standing up to the hermit reversed, or Virgo reversed, or an ill parent, or going crazy and coming out, or Libra with Virgo in chart, defending the high ground and stepping down, stubborn bull with no movement, or strike, or disabled, or no job, the suffering and silence over a lover, or the cycle of the world is complete, as the world is upright here, with the divine feminine in detox, or Pisces now feeling better. Perhaps Pisces or divine feminine is detoxing or doing shadow work, and the Gemini disabled or old or stubborn, and Libra upright is fending off a hermit reversed or defending them, and discord between them, or issue with kids and not getting along. The Queen of Swords is upright here with the star, healer, dream, or Aquarius, presenting the truth to exposing all, or perhaps 15 minutes in the sun, or 15 minutes of fame, and burdened or burned by the Knight of Wands rushing in passionately on the King of Pentacles reverse, his behalf, or slave driver out in the yard telling him it's late and to finally come inside or come home. Or the Queen of Swords talking about the King of Pentacles reversed, recovering from exile, destitution, injury, or illness at 239, which is the High Priestess and the Knight of Cups, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Swords upright here, knowing and keeping to themselves from the King of Swords reversed. Or there's two couples here, and neither are telling each other the truth. But the Queen of Swords number one, because there could be two Queen of Swords here, the Queen of Swords number one is telling all of the truth to both of these couples. Now, the Two of Pentacles upright, surrendering a decision to the universe, trapped without a way out, falling into drama with foolish behavior or lacking faith, and the Six of Cups upright, standing up for themselves, and the Emperor upright. The Knight of Wands getting out of a marriage perhaps, or away from a religion, establishment, Taurus, or the patriarchy, or Taurus is inspired to go back or work out. Aries reversed, Scorpio reversed, Taurus upright, Capricorn upright, all here. The Five of Wands is reversed, losing a battle after jealous rage, exposed in 5D to the Divine Feminine. The High Priestess implementing a plan, in need of help at the present time, and the King of Cups upright and the Knight of Cups upright, both together there, offering love to Sovereign, ending a battle and recovering with the King of Pentacles reversed, no longer playing the hero, withholding time, money, and effort from negative past or difficult kids, unhappy, and or ending a family or family cycle. The Page of Wands inspired to romance by synchronicities and following the one. King of Pentacles reversed and Queen of Pentacles reversed, not talking while recovering, and the Queen of Swords keeping to herself. Soon is the Seven of Swords, passing risky downloads perhaps, or solving a crime, Good news coming to the Queen of Wands upright and the King of Pentacles reversed from a negative past or kids not getting along. Post-war, the King of Swords reversed in negative self-talk, with the Knight of Swords rushing in with the truth, and the King of Swords reversed, suffering in silence after the war, with the King of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Wands with good news or some success coming her way. The twin flames are seeing themselves as the Queen of Swords upright, but in separation with justice, divorce, or Libra in disconnect or at a distance. All exposed to or by Aquarius and Scorpio, or kids having fun in the sun, or day and night transition, death, dark night, ending, or Libra or Judge apart from Leo upright, Aquarius upright, and Scorpio upright group, in deception, or new moon or Cancer reversed, starting over and keeping it to themselves. There's playfulness that comes up here. Keep an open mind and reconciliation. Around the twin flames, or how they're seen, is the shadow reversed, or shadow work and detox, taming the beast, and boldly moving, traveling, ascending, or Leo upright, Cancer upright, and Capricorn reversed. And the Queen of Swords upright, speaking out at work, or giving instructions to others to do their work, or creating plans for a project and then aligning with it. The block here is the Ten of Pentacles upright, the wealth and the family and the dreams, in moderation, and even more than that, self-discipline and individuality. The bold move for the bulls to split, the running of the bulls, going on a treasure hunt or safari, and X marks the spot, obsessing over cutting hair or cutting cords or ties or threads, or splitting hairs, or obsessing over loss. Or an inability to revive someone at 302, which is the Empress and the High Priestess, working with crystals, or the Divine Masculine working to align to inspire the Divine Feminine to come out of the E-Tower, or the home in need of peace and release from prison anxieties or worries. Stuck without peace, or in their head, recovering, withholding, lack of fulfillment and synchronicities at the new moon, up before dawn. I think we're at the new moon now. Or in deception of Cancer reversed, negative memories, past or difficult kids, inspired to wear masks. So this could be a child who's paranoid and refuses to take their mask off. The Knight of Swords rushing in like crazy, or coming out to or as the Queen of Swords, detoxing delays, heated exchanges, not telling your feelings or frustrations, and challenged by the Emperor reversed, or no reason or rhyme, passing of downloads to the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, community, or legacy, and surrendering to the universe and working to align in the end of peace, or in the need of peace. There could be the end of peace of someone, but in need of peace, because there is no peace here, in deception of a negative past, and our kids. Someone inspired to romancing the stone, which can represent the Queen of Swords, the stone. She is the stone, the one who was stoned. The one who, the stone is what the sword, the Excalibur, is in. That is the Divine Feminine, the broken heart of the Queen of Swords. And then the King of Swords needing to remove the sword from the stone. The King of Swords, or the Knight of Swords, with a message of truth about delays, or leaving out true desires, with the Emperor upright and the Hermit reversed, frustrated, challenged by the Emperor reversed without reasoning, giving his choices to others to make. The Queen of Swords upright, passing downloads, detoxing with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, community, or that dream legacy, and working to align without peace at the new moon, without kids or twin flames, and inspired by, yet frustrated by, the Page of Wands at the same time, refusing to take off their mask at 311, which can represent a child with anxieties, but also the Divine Masculine refusing to let his guard down. So that's 311, the Empress and Justice. And the Empress was reversed in this read. All right, so I'm going to pull I'm going to pull an energy card for you guys. And then I want to get right into the other reads as well. It's 44. It was 40, probably 4444 when I finished right there. It's 4455 here. The 44 being the mastering, being a master. Mastering, grounding, and integrating. Especially receiving of love. To giving of love, but even more so the receiving of love. Because most twins are more comfortable giving and not receiving, like not wanting to owe anyone, but you have to allow others to give as well. All right, so for everybody, let's see, what is our takeaway here from this read? Take another deep breath. All right, a couple cards came up here. The bottom of the deck is 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron, which is 40, which is that Page of Cups. So this is showing you the innocence of that high vibration, of using your third eye, and Metatron, you know, being that powerful spirituality, being that purification. The cards that have come up are deceit, which is why Metatron is here, right? Using your third eye to decipher what's real and what's not. And this can be deception of self as well. The 25 is the Knight of Wands, but the Knight of Wands was upright in this read, which is more of a positive energy. So maybe learning, you know, this could be like this energy, learning while, you know, to enjoy the journey while you're in it. You know, this is crossing the 4D bridge right in the middle, all right? It's Miranda and Steve meeting in the middle of the Brooklyn Bridge. Can you trust them? And there's a lot of messages in this read about, you know, the 10 of Pentacles, wealth as a polarity. So, you know, how it's hard to live that life because can you really ever trust the person who wants to hang out with you, because you may think that they want something from you. There's a lot of that energy coming up here. And to use your discernment of your psychic abilities, okay, the underlying energy behind all of this. Okay, and this is like Dorothy, right? Running into the Wicked Witch. And that higher energy watching out for her, right? Glenda the Good Witch, she's not going to do it all for her, but she's going to keep an eye on her, and in the end, she's going to give her the key codes to help her get out on her own. My bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye. So someone also may definitely be leaving somebody else, because we have the Knight of Wands here taken off, and it's in the read too. The Knight of Wands is next to the Hierophant, so somebody could be leaving a marriage. And it's important to, you know, take the high road, to use your intuition, your third eye, to stay balanced. And know whether or not you're dealing with deceptive energies. Okay, let's see what Scooby-Doo has to say, and then I'm going to let you go. All right, Scooby-Doo. The energy up front behind the love sign, the King and Queen of Wands are upright, but there's an Empress reversed around them, which can be an ill parent, or that could be someone who's controlling them. But the Lovers is upright, so there is affection here. It may be dealing with an ill parent. But then we have the dark energies off to the side over here. It's hard to see here. Okay, the cards over here is the Six of Swords, the Devil, and the Hermit, all reversed, which can represent the illness of the parent, you know, whether it's Alzheimer's, you know, but there's no peace, you know, trying to detox, do shadow work, and then the Hermit reverse, which has to do with, you know, mental illness, going crazy, or the need to come out of over-isolating. All right, let's see what Scooby has to say for you guys. can represent a third party as well. We have the Four of Swords reversed, and this is good reversed because this is feeling discombobulated and off. So this is about, you know, getting out of that feeling of discombobulation. You know, waking up. This could be that sleeping state too, like like you're hypnotized, and then this is awakening from that state. And playing with your new toys, enjoying your time. All of a sudden finding you can enjoy your life. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to do a job that you don't love. You can do what you love and be authentic to yourself. That's how it was meant to be. And this could be even someone who's giving up their wealth to actually do what they truly love and just play games, perhaps retire and have fun. There's that this is that 10 of, that's 10 of Pentacles, okay? Having fun, the dream. Within moderation is coming up in this read. All right, and here's the underlying energy, the Four of Pentacles. So when you're at the Four of Pentacles and holding on too tight, trying to save for a rainy day so that you can actually finally do what you love to do, that's what makes you feel discombobulated, because you're not doing what you love. Allow yourself to expand more fully and be truly who you are. And don't get too much on your high horse here, because behind this Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, you know, which is holding on too tight, this is someone who may be too in love with themselves, you know, may have a God complex there, right? The King of Swords energy and the Six of Pentacles all balanced. And then, but look how much he's doing. He thinks he can do everything. And there could definitely be some arrogance there. And then all of a sudden, he's like holding on for dear life because he's totally out of sorts, because he can't handle this anymore. This could be just, you know, getting older, and all of a sudden you can't do what you used to do. And I'm really sweating too, which is a lot of masculine energy. Okay, guys, make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature, be good to yourselves, and as always, rise and be loved.